see because this light is blinding me. Good evening. And welcome to the 23rd Annual Celebration of Leaders. Thank you all for being here tonight. I am Bruce Humphrey, President of the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce, and we have a wonderful evening planned ahead for you. So please take your seats, relax, place your meal cards in front of you, and while dinner is being served, we'll start with recognizing some members of our leaders in our community. But first, it's my honor to introduce our 2017-18 Chamber Board Chair and my co-MC for the evening, Mr. Lonnie Gary.
Thank you, Bruce. Welcome to the 23rd Annual Celebration of Leaders. A little bit of history about the Celebration of Leaders. COL started as a small chamber-only event where we recognized our members and installed our new board. It was a small dinner dance event, and Mike Couch, our past board chair, suggested that we include the community, invite nonprofits. This fits in well with our core values, promoting the community. So this evening, let's mingle, make new friends, and let's celebrate our leaders. Now back to Bruce to introduce the dignitaries and city staff joining us this evening.
Thank you, Lonnie. So in an effort to save a bit of time, please hold your applause until all of our distinguished guests have been introduced. And for our distinguished guests, please remain standing after your name is called. I will begin with County Supervisor, District 5, Joe Simidian. Oh, hey, whoa, we're failing at the first test. We're just getting started and we're already failing. Mayor of Mountain View, Lenny Siegel. Mountain View Vice Mayor, Lisa Matichek. Mountain View Council Member, Margaret Abakoga. Mountain View Council Member, John McAllister. Mountain View Council Member, Ken Rosenberg. Mountain View Council Member, Pat Showalter. El Camino Healthcare District Vice Chair, Julia Miller. Mountain View City Manager, Dan Rich. Representing State Senator Jerry Hill, Alex Kobayashi. Representing Assemblymember Mark Berman, Ellen Kamei. Miss Silicon Valley 2018, Amia Nash. And finally, my boss, the Chamber Chief Executive, Mr. Tony Cyrus. So let's give all of our distinguished guests a round of applause. Thank you all for being here tonight. And Lonnie, will you introduce the Chamber Board, please?
So I will introduce the Chamber Board, and as I introduce your name, please stand, and once again, if we could hold all applause until all the board members have been announced. Cecile Courier, El Camino Hospital, the chair-elect. Kim Kofer, Caldwell Banker, immediate past chair. Diana Bautista, Stanford Children's Hospital, LPCH. Bobby Chastain, KMVT15. Katie Ferrick, LinkedIn. Javier Gonzalez, Google. Colonel Lewis Knapp, 63rd Readiness Division, U.S. Army Reserve. Larry Moore, retired, Larry Auto Works. Tom Myers, Community Services Agency. Adrian Ridner, Study.com. Colonel Taft Ahuro, Commander 129th Rescue Wing, Air National Guard. Kathy Thibodeau, KM Thibodeau Consulting. Debbie Villa, Live Nation. And those members that are not able to join us, Sarah Astles from Opal, Matt Buffington, NASA Ames Research Center, Amin Kefki, Indicia, Mike Matheson, MVLA School District, Matt Pear, Pear Enterprises, Sydney Consulting, Alexia Penna, Eureka, Anna Razmazma, Fenwick and West, John Sims, Team Logic IT, and Vivian Wan, Wan Law Firm, APC. Let's give a round of applause to my board. Thank you. Bruce?
Okay, since you are loving to clap, we're going to try one thing. We're going to try the one clap. So as I introduce our sponsors, we're going to have one clap. So let's just practice. If I were to say, Bruce is awesome, whoa, let's try it again. Bruce is awesome. Awesome, all right. So events like this wouldn't happen without the outstanding sponsors and the graciousness that they provide to us every day. So it is my honor to introduce our list of sponsors. So after each sponsor, we'll do the one clap. Our presenting sponsor, Google, Graystar, Study.com, El Camino Hospital, Live Nation, Miramar Capital, Young Craig and Company, Marwood Assets Management, Santa Clara Valley Water District, LinkedIn, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Stanford, Synopsys, Symantec, KM Thibodeau Consulting, and the sponsor of the beautiful centerpieces on your table, Kim Kofer. Let's give them all a round of applause. I'd also like to thank our media sponsors. So we have Silicon Valley Magazine. Oh. Silicon Valley Magazine, Silicon Valley Business Journal, and finally, a special thanks to our on-site media sponsor, KMVT. Larry, or Lonnie?
Okay, so hopefully you all have your apps out and you've been partaking in the silent auction. As we move into the evening for our program, please remember to check the bids during the program. The silent auction will end promptly at 8:20 p.m. Just as a quick reminder also, there's a section on items with no bids. Remember to check out the item with no bids button on your home page because there will still be great items and opportunities to bid on. One last announcement, the bar will be open through dinner and it is located, as you know, outside to the right, outside the doors to the right. Okay.
So now sit back, relax, enjoy your meal, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
I did that. Okay. Am I up here? Yeah.
Good evening. If I can get you to please take your seats. I have a couple of announcements to make. One, if you lost your keys and you are a UFC gym member, I have found your keys, so you can come up and get those. Hopefully you all were able to get these little cards that can instruct you how to bid on our silent auction tonight. So if you don't have one of these, Tony Cyrus will be walking around to every single table. Where are you, Tony? There he is. Tony will be walking around making sure everybody knows how to bid on that. We also have some avid students in the back that can help you with technology if you're having difficulty with that. So we'll get started. One of the Chamber's core values is to promote our community. And each year we partner with several nonprofits to celebrate their leaders, and we hope that this partnership will enable them or give them a platform to help recognize their volunteers. To honor our volunteers and awardees, we have partnered this year again with KMVT that created some awesome videos that you're going to see in just a few minutes. And those videos will prove why the folks that were selected for these awards tonight are being honored this evening. In addition, the awardees and honorees will receive certificates tonight from Assemblymember Mark Berman, County Supervisor Joe Simidian, and of course our Mayor Lenny Siegel. Now let's begin by hearing from 5 incredible local organizations as we recognize their Volunteers of the Year. The first nonprofit we'll recognize this evening is Community Services Agency. So please roll the video.
Community Services Agency of Mountain View and Los Altos would like to honor Michelle Rogers as their Volunteer of the Year. Michelle has been on CSA's Board of Directors for the last 6 years and is a past president for the organization. She is a tireless advocate for low-income seniors in the area and an energetic volunteer with a heart of gold. Thank you, Michelle, for all you've done on behalf of low-income and homeless seniors and for our Community Services Agency.
So at this time, it is my honor to introduce the Executive Director of CSA, Mr. Tom Myers.
Thank you, Bruce. And thank you to the Chamber for allowing CSA to honor one of our own here tonight. Things are pretty wild in the community right now when it comes to poverty issues, and that's what CSA does. For those of you that don't know us, we've been around for 60 years, and in all that time, our mission has always been to serve people living in poverty. And Michelle exemplifies the people who are attracted to CSA and the service that we do. She's full of empathy, full of compassion, and full of energy. And it's that energy that she brought to CSA, especially her energy for low-income seniors. And for all the talking that we're doing about the affordable housing crisis in our community, not enough of us are talking about how seniors are really adversely affected by the affordable housing crisis. So on behalf of all of us at CSA, but mostly on behalf of low-income seniors in our community, I'd like to thank Michelle Rogers.
Well, for those of you who know me, having a home care business has been so important to give back to CSA and champion our seniors in our community. It's heartfelt for me. And so working along with CSA, which I've been doing now for 11 and a half years, will continue on. And we'll continue to do all the good things that we can do to try to help people. But yeah, as Tom said, our seniors kind of tend to go under the radar, and we see it every day in our business, and it's really, really important that we go out there and do the work that we can do to protect them, to love them, and make sure that they're safe, because we're all going to get there one day. So thank you.
Congratulations, Michelle. I'm so glad we're able to honor you here this evening. Now let's roll the video for our next Volunteer of the Year from Friends of Stevens Creek Trail.
This next one is a first. The Friends of Stevens Creek Trail is recognizing Kathy Bettman and her family as Family of the Year. Kathy joined their board of directors in 2004, and it soon became apparent that it was a family deal. The entire family, Kathy, her husband Brad, their son Randall, and their late son Foster, are all being honored tonight for the countless hours they've given to the trail. Whether it was helping at festivals, working on trail cleanup days, setting up for the Trailblazer race and trail walk, or ferrying runners around, we really mean it when we say we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Bettman family.
And I'd like to introduce Aaron Grossman, Executive Director of Friends of Stevens Creek Trail.
We are facing the end of a tough year. For those of you who've been following the trail, we lost a section just north of El Camino Real last spring with the heavy rains. The city did a great job making a temporary route, working with the hotel next door, and then we almost lost that. The Water District did a great job shoring things up, and now we still have a working trail. Well, so, for those of you who are still working on it, thank you. Kathy, Brad, Randall, where's Randall? Okay. Kathy's been on the board as a shining light and a warm spirit and a bright source for years, and we got the whole family to thank you. Kathy, thanks.
I want to thank the Friends for an amazing opportunity. I was on the board for 13 years, something like that. And I also want to thank the City of Mountain View for all the support they've given the Friends over the years. When I started thinking about what I wanted to say, it dawned on me that I really started this journey through the city and the Chamber of Commerce. I was a 2003 graduate of the Leadership Mountain View program. Yay! And I think it was really there where I realized or became aware of all the opportunities that we have to contribute to the community. So I first became involved with the Trailblazer race, and then got more involved with the board, and then got involved as a board member. And it's just been an incredible experience. It was an incredible experience. And again, I want to thank the city. I still volunteer at local events, tabling, and when I have time at the Trailblazer race. And I'm also keeping involved as an ambassador in the Trail Ambassador program for the City of Mountain View. So that gets me out on the trail occasionally also. It has been so rewarding to see the continuation of the trail over the years, and I'm really anxious to see what the neighboring cities are going to do as they, support the continuation of the trail. And it's such a valuable resource in our community that, again, I want to thank the Friends and thank everybody who supported the trail over the years. Thanks.
Thank you, Kathy and family, for your service. Let's roll the video for KMVT, our community channel.
Bill Lindemann has been a fixture of KMVT's volunteer community for nearly 15 years, starting even before he had a beard. His technical abilities and helpful attitude make him a popular crew person. Bill is comfortable in leadership roles like directing and producing, but is happy to serve on other crew roles, like graphics, so his name can be spelled correctly in the credits for once. To keep the station looking good, he has donated curtain and carpet repairs. Despite his endless puns, KMVT loves having Bill as a contributor and is thrilled to present him with their Volunteer of the Year award.
So it's my honor to introduce to you the Executive Director of KMVT, Bobby Chastain.
Thanks, everybody. KMVT is your community television station. We take great pride in teaching people media techniques, especially young people who, at this time in society, probably need to really learn how to make educated and responsible videos. So we take great pride in that. We also have an open forum for independent producers to create videos about whatever they want to make a show about, as long as it's not commercial and not obscene and doesn't violate copyright. We have about 30 of those shows, and probably 27 of them wouldn't be able to make the show they want to make without Bill Lindemann here. So here's Bill.
Thank you, thank you. It is an honor to receive this award. Over the last 15 years that I have volunteered at KMVT, Silicon Valley Media, I've had some amazing experiences working on the studio crews that produce community TV programs. During this time, I've had the honor to work on programs featuring many interesting guests, including Forbes magazine publisher Steve Forbes and local restaurateur Chef Chu. I've enjoyed every show that I've ever worked on. But the greatest privilege has been working with the many talented and dedicated volunteers who make KMVT's shows a reality. Let's thank them now for all they give with a quick round of applause.
Thank you, Bill, for your hard work. And our next award, I'm going to stay up here because our next one is a little personal for me. So let's check out the LMV video.
Leadership Mountain View is pleased to announce that Larry Moore is their Volunteer of the Year. Larry recently retired after operating Larry's Auto Works for 45 years. He speaks to the LMV class every year with his unique perspective on having owned and operated a small business in Mountain View and on the importance of staying connected to the community. Larry's lively and humorous presentation is always a highlight of the business program day. Thank you, Larry, for all that you've done for Leadership Mountain View, for taking care of our automotive needs, and for your tireless dedication to our entire community.
So before I have Larry come up, I would just like to say that, I'm the director of Leadership Mountain View, and I have been. This is my second year. And Leadership Mountain View, for those of you that don't know, is a community-based program that focuses on connecting leaders in their community. Currently, we are in our 28th year, and we have over 700 alumni. Right? So our program is a 9-month program that gives participants a 360-degree look at the city of Mountain View. And it also gives them an opportunity to expand their networks. And when I say network, I mean a network of information that you can share with other people. So just out of curiosity, how many people in the audience have been through Leadership Mountain View? Right? And you all were obviously the what? Best class ever. So with that, I'd like to introduce our award winner this year, Larry Moore.
Well, I didn't know I was going to get a chance to talk, but that's always a good thing. I always look at this opportunity every year as a real joy in my life because I get to speak to people who I see as being in the PhD program for being a community member for Mountain View. And having grown up both in my business and in my life, having been 45 years in the business as a small business, I really realize how special Mountain View is. And it's a joy to be able to come and talk to Leadership Mountain View about my experience growing up with it. As I've talked to shops and small business owners all over the country, I realize how really special Mountain View is. And Leadership Mountain View is a very special part of that. And I recommend anybody who has the opportunity to go through that program because you'll get a whole different view and a whole bigger view of what Mountain View is really all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. You're truly an inspiration to Leadership Mountain View classes and to business owners in the community. So now we'd like to introduce, roll the video for Mountain View Public Safety Foundation.
Many people in this room know and love Debbie Villa. What's not to love about her? Debbie has been a pillar in our community for well over 20 years. The Mountain View Public Safety Foundation is pleased to present her with this year's Volunteer of the Year award. Debbie's dedication to the community is evident in her participation in numerous board of directors and many nonprofits and foundations, and as a mentor to women in leadership roles in our community. Thank you, Debbie, for all you have done for our community.
I'd like to introduce Pete Della Rosa, President of Mountain View Public Safety Foundation.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for that. More. My name is Pete Della Rosa. I represent the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation. We are a foundation in Mountain View that supports the local police department, fire department, and the PAL program. Our honoree this year is Debbie Villa, who most of you already know and love, and we love her too. We wanted to present her this year because of what she does. Debbie is such an outstanding person, caring person. She's so giving of her time, of her money, and her knowledge and experience. She's a mentor. Yeah, your money.
For all you other nonprofits.
I mean, girl has shark tickets, sweet tickets, and gives those away always. Just one example. There's many examples. But she's a mentor to a lot of people, a mentor to women. She's an inspiration, and I am so proud to honor her this year on behalf of the foundation and the Mountain View community. Thank you, Debbie. Now, as you guys know, Debbie is a shy person, so I'm going to do her acceptance speech as well and say thank you all for this, for honoring me. I am very humbled and grateful. Thank you.
Get your award. Let's go. I don't want the music to start, so thank you.
There you go.
Now it's time for us to recognize some amazing businesses and individuals. We all know Mountain View is the epicenter of Silicon Valley. Some of the world's largest and most influential tech companies are located here, and many others can trace their roots back to Mountain View. But while we embrace technology, we are also proud of our diversity and our past. Mountain View has 4 of the region's major medical organizations: Kaiser, Palo Alto Medical Foundation, El Camino Hospital. What? El Camino? What? El Camino Hospital. And Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. Right? Let's not forget the backbone of our city's economic vibrancy, and that is the hundreds of small businesses. Businesses like Stanford Electric, Meyer Appliance, Mountain View Lock, Bruce Boyer Lumber, who have been with us for decades. Last year, Stanford Electric celebrated over 100 years in business. Mountain View is also a very strong and active nonprofit community. In our chamber, we have over 30 nonprofits that are members. Mountain View leads with its heart, mind, body, and soul, and is a model to other cities. We should all be proud of what our city, a city of only 12.2 square miles, and what we are able to accomplish. This evening, we are here to celebrate outstanding individuals and businesses in our great city. Lonnie, can you start with our Chamber Awards?
Thank you, Bruce. Before I start with the Chamber Awards, did we mention that you should bid on auction items? There's people going around that will help you get set up. There are only 10 minutes left. Is our 8:20? Okay, there are only 10 minutes left, so make sure that you bid early and bid often on your auction items. So, I'm sorry, yeah. So now, I'm here to start the awards for our Chamber awardees, and let's play the video for Ambassador of the Year.
The Chamber of Commerce is pleased to honor Mitch Harnett with Ambassador of the Year. Mitch was born and raised in Mountain View and became an ambassador for us about 1 year ago. And in that short period of time, he has charmed his way into the heart of our organization. No event is complete unless Mitch is there. He is incredibly dedicated to connecting people and helping make a difference in the lives of those he comes into contact with. Thank you, Magic Mitch, for all that you do for our community.
Thank you, Mitch.
It's great to be out here. You know, by looking at me, you wouldn't be able to think I'm that old, but I can actually remember when this company called Google moved into Mountain View, and then there were still airplanes flying in and out of Moffett all the time. But I'm not here to talk about all that. I'm just really happy and honored to be up here today accepting this Ambassador of the Year award. Over the past years, it's been an excellent experience getting to be more embedded with this community I've grown up in, and been so thankful to be raised by an amazing dad and family. He's here tonight actually trying to figure out how to work an iPhone. Go Tim. It's just amazing all the wonderful people here that make the business community so vibrant and successful, and I'm really adamant about this Working Scholars Program here in Mountain View. If you haven't heard about it, it's a great way for anyone who lives or works in the community to earn a college degree for free. It's an amazing program. It's going to make Mountain View the most compassionate place to live, and it's an excellent reason to live here. So thank you so much, study.com, for the opportunities you've given me, and I'm so happy to be up here and in front of all you. And thank you again, everybody.
Thank you, Mitch. Our next one is a special recognition award, and we don't do this every year, but I am really, really proud and honored this year for the person that we are recognizing that supports the Chamber and the city of Mountain View. So let's go ahead and play the video.
The Chamber of Commerce would like to honor Alex Andrade, the manager of the City of Mountain View's Economic Development Department, with a special recognition award tonight. We feel that Alex demonstrates dedication, service, and commitment to the city, chamber, and community. We would like to take this moment to thank you, Alex, for being such a valuable partner and for your constant support, guidance, and spirit of innovation. Thank you, Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Andrade.
Put this right here. Hi, everyone. So those of you that know me know that I was born in San Diego, but lived across the border in Tijuana my first 5 years of life. My dad crossed the border into San Diego 6 days a week to work, and it was a really good lesson that I learned in terms of having a strong work ethic. We crossed the border so many times throughout the week that I noticed both the physical and psychological barriers of the border very early in life. Those border crossing experiences introduced me to institutional racism and the isolation of being considered the other. But the greatest lesson from that was that it taught me about the power of community. And that is my passion, to build and design great and inclusive communities for everybody. Which really brings me to today. It seems hardly fair that I'm being recognized for something that I love to do, but I am incredibly honored to collaborate with our laudable council, city staff like Dan, Tiffany, Randy, who I don't think is here today, but and so many others. Anyway, in economic development, Tiffany and I work to preserve and enhance Mountain View's successful business climate. The work we do is closely aligned with the Chamber of Commerce. I've had the opportunity to work in the 3 major business centers in the state, and I can honestly say the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce is the best Chamber of Commerce in the state. Yeah! And you know this, they go well beyond the traditional business advocacy that most chambers of commerce work on. They focus on real community issues like affordable housing, transportation, and so many other things. So I'd like to thank the Chamber Board, Tony, Bruce, Don, Katrina, Jennifer, Tina, and Heidi. Thank you. I'm joined today by my beautiful wife, Lourdes, say hello, and son, Mateo. You inspire me daily. I love you. Tony, Carrie, Lonnie, LMV 2017, best class ever. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Alex, it certainly was our honor to have you here today. Now, let's play the video for the Outstanding Young Business Person.
Ainsley Braun is receiving the award for Young Business Person of the Year. She is the CEO and co-founder of Tinfoil Security in Mountain. She's an MIT alumni and part of the intelligence community who was tired of seeing her own information insecure on the internet, so she's doing something about it. We're looking forward to seeing what the future has in store for you, Ainsley, and congratulations on Young Business Person of the Year.
Unfortunately, Ainsley cannot be here tonight, so can we play her acceptance video?
Hi, I'm Ainsley Braun, co-founder and CEO of Tinfoil Security. I'm so sorry for not being able to be there tonight to accept this award in person. I'm really humbled and honored to receive this Outstanding Young Business Person's Award from the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce. For those of you that don't know, Tinfoil Security is a cybersecurity company that builds tools for developers and DevOps teams. As developers are building applications and going through their normal process, we're scanning those applications for vulnerabilities and treating them like normal bugs. So there's no new process to be added to the developer's workflow, and we're able to find and fix vulnerabilities much earlier in the process. Our team has a passion for community, and you're only as good as the community that you surround yourself with. We love being located in the city of Mountain View and hope to stay and grow with the city for many more years to come. Thank you again so much, and I hope to meet you all in person soon.
Thank you. And accepting the award for Tinfoil Security is Michael Borowski.
Thank you, Ainsley and Michael for representing Ainsley tonight. Let's play the video for Outstanding Business Person.
The Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce that Katie Farrick, Director of Community Affairs and Environmental Sustainability at Lincoln, is being honored with our Business Person of the Year award. Katie is one of those incredible Silicon Valley leaders who manages to find a work-life balance. She currently serves on the board of directors for 4 different Bay Area organizations, including the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce. If you've ever had the pleasure of working with her, you'll know she is incredibly compassionate, dedicated, respected, and quite honestly, everyone always wants to be on the same team or project as Katie. Thank you, Katie Farrick, for all you do for our community, and congratulations on being Business Person of the Year.
It is truly my honor to introduce Business Person of the Year, Katie Farrick.
Thank you. Wow, I'm a little overwhelmed. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce for this honor, and congratulations to all the honorees. When I learned about this award, I was reminded how fortunate I am to be part of this community, not as much as a business person, but as a mom, as a neighbor, and as a believer in shared value. When a community is healthy and thriving, businesses can also thrive. I'm simply the face and the name that get to represent the great work of my colleagues that these folks over here do every day at LinkedIn. I'm part of a team that truly cares and invests in our local communities, and I'm inspired by their dedication and drive. So thank you, Jim, and to the entire team at LinkedIn for trusting me to do this job, so I share this award with you. I also want to thank my mom, Janet, and my sister, Patricia, for being here with me tonight. My mom was a school teacher her whole career that continues on to this day, and she and our dad raised us both to be very independent and self-reliant, probably too much so because we don't get home enough to visit. But anyway, I'm excited, and I thank the Mountain View Chamber for giving us an excuse to spend a weekend together. And perhaps most importantly, I thank my husband of 19 and a half years, Rich, and our kids, Ben and Rory, right here. They are really the reason that this amazing job works out. They're incredibly supportive, and Rich is a true partner in life. Tonight's a wonderful opportunity to shine a light on the group of Mountain View organizations and individuals, particularly the volunteers of the year for our great nonprofits. They manifest the true compassion in everything they do. The staff and volunteers of these critical nonprofits invest their time, talent, and treasure to serve everyone in the community. And I hope we all leave tonight having helped a student get closer to accessing college. I wish for each of us to wake up every day with the question, what can I do today to help someone's future be brighter? So thank you so much for honoring me with this. It's a little, embarrassing, but thank you.
Katie, I am just proud that our board is one of the boards that you chose to serve on. You've been a credit to the community. Now let's play the video for the outstanding new member.
Tech Code Silicon Valley is receiving the New Member of the Year award tonight. Their Silicon Valley office on Castro Street currently houses 20 local startups and is recognized as a top 10 accelerator for overseas startups by Entrepreneur magazine. The Chamber of Commerce considers Tech Code a partner in many community events, and we love seeing the products that are being developed and evolving within their entrepreneur ecosystem. The mentorship and community spirit that Tech Code is providing will be with our city for many years as these young entrepreneurs eventually set up shop in our city. Congratulations, Tech Code Silicon Valley.
Now we have accepting Luke Tang, General Manager of Tech Code USA.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Tech Code, I would like to say we are extremely proud of receiving this award. Thank you very much. So Tech Code is one of the biggest incubator and accelerator globally. We are in 7 countries and 25 cities. And Tech Code US first began in Mountain View, right here, right down the Castro Street. And since then, we have the pleasure to work with the city and to partner with the Chamber of Commerce through many of the events. And we're also engaged with the future talent of Mountain View at Avid High School. So our mission is really to build a leading global entrepreneurial ecosystem to help startups, but also help big companies with their external R&D and open innovation. More importantly, and we would like to, our mission is to be connection and a relationship. So the city of Mountain View continues to connect us to great people, and I really look forward to getting to know many of you and work closely with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tech Code. Let's play the video for Outstanding Organization.
The Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce that our Organization of the Year Award goes to Planned Parenthood Mar Monte Mountain View Health Center. They've been offering preventative health care services to the uninsured and underinsured in our community for almost 20 years. Last year, there were over 14,000 patients who walked through the front door of the clinic on San Antonio Road for everything from contraception to cancer screenings to help controlling diabetes and hypertension. Thank you, Planned Parenthood of Mountain View, for providing affordable, compassionate health care.
And so now I would like to introduce Renee Galvin McLeod, Healthcare Center Manager, Planned Parenthood.
Is it just me, or did somebody put the heater on up here? I think it just got a little bit warmer. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the nomination and for this amazing award. Just being acknowledged feels so nice, just as it did when they announced, and the applause that came out was very supportive. It felt really good. Planned Parenthood Maramonte, along with these amazing individuals like this, have been providing reproductive health and primary care services to the community for well over 20 years. We're really glad to be a part of that. And so, cheers to another 20 years, or for as long as you need us, we'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Planned Parenthood, for all you do for the community. Now let's play the video for the Outstanding Small Business.
Zoom Pizza is being honored with the Small Business of the Year Award tonight. They're boldly reinventing the way healthy, affordable food is being sourced, prepared, and delivered to our community and worldwide. We're pleased to see them accomplish so much in such a short time, and we love seeing their colorful vehicles on the streets of Mountain View and beyond. Congratulations, Zoom Pizza, on receiving Small Business of the Year.
I'd like to introduce Josh Goldberg, CTO of Zoom Pizza.
Wow, it's bright up here. Thank you very much for honoring us with this award. About 2.5 years ago, I took a wild gamble and decided to come and join the Zoom Pizza team. I had started in an empty warehouse and an empty truck and said, okay, let's do this. And we set out on our mission to solve what we see as a major food access problem in this country, where people can't get access to healthy, affordable meals. By receiving this award, it's a little bit of encouragement that we're well on our way to accomplishing our mission. So thanks to all of you, and thanks to the team at Zoom Pizza for everything that you've done. Hopefully, we'll see you soon as an outstanding large business.
Thank you, Zoom Pizza. We have Zoom Pizza like twice a week in the office. Yeah. One time, Dawn and I ordered Zoom Pizza on our phones at the same time. We didn't know that we ended up with like 8 pizzas that day, but it was okay. So let's play the video for Outstanding Large Business.
Study.com is an online education platform based in Mountain View. Their Mountain View Working Scholars Program is changing lives by offering bachelor's degrees for zero out-of-pocket expense. This privately funded project offers a helping hand to many residents who would never be able to accomplish such a feat. Adrian Rittner, co-founder and CEO of Study.com, is helping establish a new and more inclusive face of education for Silicon Valley and beyond. Congratulations to Study.com for being named Mountain View Chamber of Commerce Big Business of the Year.
Accepting the award for Study.com is Bo Celli and company.
I'm
I'm going to first hand this award to our CEO, Adrian Renner, who it truly belongs to. Thank you very much. It doesn't escape us the honor that receiving Large Business in Mountain View of the Year really means to us. Historically, Study.com, we've been a very insular company the past 15 years. Adrian Renner and his co-founder, Ben Wilson, 15 years ago came out with a mission to make education accessible and have been building this company here for the past 15 years. And it really has been this past year through working with the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce from our very first conversation with Tony Cyrus, when we talked to him about this idea called the Working Scholars. And he, if you know Tony, he says, that's genius, I'm in, it's amazing. All the way from Bruce, who made all the right introductions to us to really help the right people, along with our entire team at Study.com, really dedicating to help the people in Mountain View, all the way from the best boss in the world, Tim, and you might have met the best employee in the world, Mitch, to our amazing colleagues, Katie, Ashley, and Dominique, and our CEO, Adrian. The Chamber of Commerce really helped take a company that was just a company in the community and really helped us become a company for the community. So really, we really especially want to thank the Chamber for really helping us help our community. Thank you very much.
And now we'll have Tony Cyrus come for where's he at? Oh, Scholarship Mountain View. Here we go.
I get the fun job of asking you all for money. So actually, this one is just really, really simple. So if you, how many of you actually have BidPal running on your phone? Raise your hands for me. If you haven't done it, it's really simple. bidpal.net/COL2018. There's a bunch of items that we have not been bid on. We don't want to take them home. These were donated by community businesses, so please bid on them and take them out of here. But I'm a Mountain View native, and I care desperately about education. So I'm going to ask you quietly to consider making a contribution to our scholarship. Super simple, it's on your phone. It's all about taking care of our kids. And so I'm not sure if my avids are still here. Yeah, they are in the back. There wasn't an avid program when I was a kid. I probably wouldn't have made it because I probably had a C average. But these guys have like 4.6 GPAs. I don't even know what that is. Who knows what that is? I don't know what that is, right? And they take care of their brothers and their sisters, and they help their mothers and fathers to get through the day. Mountain View is not an easy or inexpensive place to live, and these kids are here, and they're trying desperately to get an education. So all I'm asking is, if you can, contribute to our scholarship fund. It's a pass-through. We don't keep any of that money. It goes from us directly to the kids in our scholarship program. And I think, Katie's still here. When is our fundraising dinner? Is it in June? So we'll be having they're all applying for this scholarship, and this is the hardest day, and Tom and I have cried many times in this process, picking the kids to get these scholarships for. Because you have so many amazing kids who've done amazing things, and we only have so much money. So the more we can raise, the more we can give. So that's all I'm asking, is take a second, bring your phones out. You don't have to download an app, it's super simple. bidpal.net/COL2018. Again, two things. Scholarship, and there's a bunch of items that have no bids on them. They're over here. Just get something, because Katrina will kill me if we have to take these things back. So bid on something and take them out of here. Now, that's it. That's it. That's my job tonight. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce. So I forgot a really important part. Tonight, Cecile Courier, our board chair-elect, where's Cecile? Raise your hand for me, has committed a $10,000 matching. So if we raise $10,000, she matches $10,000. I'm going to take it to 15. I'm going to put $5,000 in that box. So now we're at $15,000. So if we can raise $15,000, that's 30. Again, we're not going to raise hands. I'm just asking you to think about what you can do. As simple as that. Thank you, Bruce, for reminding me of that. Thank you so much for coming. I know this is a big deal. It's a Friday. It's cold. It's raining. You guys look amazing. I can't breathe. This suit is super tight. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Alex, and my group.
Thank you, Tony. You still look fabulous. So again, this evening wouldn't be a success without the dedication of a lot of people, our friends, our colleagues, our family, and we consider all of you in this room with us tonight family. So I'd also like to send out a special thank you to our staff. And I've worked in a lot of organizations and worked with a lot of different people, but honestly, this job, when I wake up and have to go to work, I'm happy not so much for the job, but that I could hang out with some of the coolest people in Mountain View. So they're gonna hate me for this, and it wasn't in the script, but I am going to call them out, and I'm going to make them stand up and be recognized. So we're gonna start with our chief evangelist, Dawn Mayer. Dawn, stay standing, stay standing. And she's got on amazing sparkling shoes too. I'd also, the person that works so hard and puts this events together, our event manager, Katrina. Where's Katrina? I know that you all get our newsletters and you see all of those wonderful communication products that we submit, and those are all because of the efforts of Jennifer in the back. Jennifer. We're also blessed to have a brand new office manager who has only been with us for about a month or two, but you would never know that because she fits right in our organization, and we're so happy to have her. Can I get a round of applause for Tina? And everywhere I go, people always, oh, you're from Mountain View. You guys have that cool site, that I Love Mountain View. Who does that for you? Well, Heidi does that for you, so give Heidi a round of applause. And finally, no organizations don't succeed without a good leader. And when Tony asked me to take this job, he said, Bruce, I will teach you anything you want to know, and I will introduce you to anyone that you want to meet, and I will do anything that I can do to help you be successful. And there aren't many people that do that when they give you a job offer, but I just want to say thank you to our leader, our Chief Executive, Tony Cyrus. So, I'd also like to thank the 5 outstanding nonprofits that participated with us this year. And as a reminder, they are Community Services Agency, give them a round of applause. Friends of Stevens Creek Trail. KMVT. Leadership Mountain View. And the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation. Lonnie?
Celebration of Leaders, like all of our programs and events, would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. So let's give our sponsors a round of applause. Their investment supports not only this event, but also the Chamber's overall mission to build, promote, connect, and advocate. So I want to call out our sponsors and just give them the accolades that they deserve. Google, our presenting sponsor. Graystar, Study.com, El Camino Hospital, Live Nation, Miramar Capital, Young Craig and Company, Marwood Assets Management, Santa Clara Valley Water District, LinkedIn, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Stanford, Reuben, Junius, and Rose LLP, Synopsys, Symantec, KM Thibodeau, Kim Kofer, and I want to also give accolades to Kim Kofer. She's responsible for the beautiful centerpieces on our table. And if you will check your program, if your program contains an extra picture of Kim Kofer, an extra, then you are the winner of the centerpiece for tonight. It's on the back of the program. So I want to thank you also to our media sponsors. Silicon Valley Magazine and Silicon Valley Business Journal. Thank you to our on-site media sponsors for the night. Thank you, KMVT Community Television, for your amazing videos. Photography is by Red Cliff Studio, and the photo booth is provided by TapSnap, sorry. And many, many thanks to our amazing community businesses who donated time and items for our silent auction. Are we still going to carry? Are we going to continue it on? Are we still going to continue it on tonight? Okay. So, because we got off to a slow start on our silent auction, this was the first year that we went online with our silent auction. We're going to keep the silent auction for a little open for a little bit longer. That gives you an opportunity to steal that item that you always had your eye on. And now I'm going to have Bruce come forward and wrap up.
Thank you, Lonnie. Well, can I do a little survey by a round of applause? So how do we do this night? How do we do tonight? Did we do all right? So we're also, good stewards of your time. So I want everybody to check their watch and notice that it's only 8:45. So even at our late estimate, you're getting out early. But I want to close with saying a few things that, Mountain View is a community that is filled with people that care. And I am really, really happy to be part of this community. So one of the things that Tony and I always talk about is showing up. And I just want you all to give yourselves a round of applause because you know what? Tonight you showed up. So thank you. Thank you for supporting your Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for supporting our nonprofits. Thank you for just being good people. So give yourselves another round of applause. Finally, I would like to thank all of our honorees this evening. It was such a pleasure to be up here and shake everyone's hand and take some photos. So that's all we have for tonight. You don't have to go. You can do a little networking, mingling, as they say. The bar, I think the bar is still open. Is the bar still open? Okay, we might even have some free wine left. So the more wine you drink, the less I have to put in my car. But thank you so much for showing up tonight, and we really appreciate it. Have a good evening and drive safe.